gentlemen, boys and girls, Big Brother fans all across the world, welcome once again to the BB19 Robcast, coming at you live, uncut and unrated from Spreaker Podcast and Robcast Radio. So here's zombie Little Maniacs, and here we go. Right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. I had to sit down here. I wanted to say thank you definitely for tuning in. And I've never really said thank you for you all being cheap therapy and a distraction. So I thought that I would try to sit down here and actually formulate some actual thoughts about Big Brother 19, our favorite show all summer long, going on CBS. And we know that it's at that point kind of right now in the game. So yeah, thank you all for being a distraction and cheap therapy, okay? Because yes, I definitely need to just sit down here, get my mind off of the H2O. I did sit down and watch the last episode of Big Brother on my mobile device. So that was very handy to have. Anyway, point being, I would say that we could talk about the past players, and I do not have any notes because, quite honestly, they're floating around somewhere right now. So I took a couple of new notes, nothing major. We'll talk about what's going on in the Big Brother house, and man, oh man, does it look to you all? I mean, you can edit. CBS can do so much, right? Producing, editing things to make them look however they wish. But I can tell you this right now, that it looks to me, like Paul is basically just running the house. Like a pool shark hustling a couple of amateurs coming into the pool hall. Yeah, and the fact that he's orchestrating it in the diary room and documenting that, letting us know what he's doing, lets us know that that's encouraged, and that okay, this is what we're talking about right here. We've got the head of household right now is Christmas Joy. Christmas Joy was handed she was handed the competition. Being that she does still have her leg, broken foot, has not healed up all the way. She was able to do, this is a running competition, Ready, Set, Whoa. Well, Ready, Set, Whoa depended on 3 different levels of people cooperating with all in order to make it fully function and all come together. Like, I love it when a plan comes together, right? As Hannibal would say. And guess what? Lo and behold, it did. The plan revolved around Kevin trusting Paul and letting off the buzzer, false starting. It also relied on Alex trusting Paul that Kevin would eliminate himself, being that Paul told her that Kevin was the backdoor target this week. So now not only did we get, the plan came together, but even after the plan, we had Alex offer herself up as a pawn. So that was something that was a little bit. Also, we've got Paul still orchestrating things. Everyone still trusts Paul. Now, at what point in the game, what I'm asking you right now, because we know Christmas Joy was thrown the HOH. She's the second time now head of household. We know that Whistlenut Dent and Alex are both on the block. They will let us know what happened tonight as far as the power of veto. I do not have any spoilers for you all. I don't I don't know. As much as Jason is doing, as far as comps go, as strong as he is, it would not surprise me if he wins or has won. You probably know better than I do. I'm speculating at this point in the game. But you got to look at it like this. We've got in the house right now, we've got Paul running stuff. Christmas. We've got Josh right there with Christmas. Christmas, they're relying on one another, but Josh really hasn't really stepped up and won anything. If you want to look at it like that, Christmas has held in there, but this last competition definitely was just thrown to her. So that does take social skills in the Big Brother house, okay? Jason, he's a strong competitor. Alex, the same thing. We don't know which one of those, lady or gentleman, may win the power of veto. No one took the Tree of Temptation. No one took advantage of one of the apples off of the Tree of Temptation this week. And it looks to me, basically to me, like Paul has got all of his chess pieces in a row. You know what I'm saying? And he's basically running the house. At what point am I asking you all and the house guests, do they realize, especially Christmas and Josh, that Paul has got a final deal with everyone? Raven thinks Paul's the ride or die. Jason thinks that he should just trust Paul. Alex also. Kevin doing what he says. However, Alex really did trust them, and she is going to find out the method to their madness, and how will that affect her game? Will it put a big target on her back for trying to blow up everyone else's game? Or could somebody possibly, what's really going to tell it all is tomorrow night whenever they play the HOH, and is everyone just going to follow a plan? Or are people going to nut up and say, hey, every fucking man for himself, I need to make a play in this game? And I hate to say it, but somebody's got to get Paul out right now. Somebody's got to realize that if they do not get Paul out right now, and I love Paul to death, he's one of my favorite players in Big Brother ever. You got to say, Will and Bogey, Jordan, Jeff and Jordan, but mainly Jordan. I like Jeff, don't get me wrong, but Jordan, and whenever that game was going on in the OG, Jordan was one of my faves. Just everything about it. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I really like Paul, but I know that if somebody doesn't flip right now and say, look, he's got to go. He's going to end up winning Big Brother 19 because, look, okay, you got to look at it like this, too. In the jury right now, I could be wrong. I'm going on complete memory. I think we've got Cody, Elena, Mark, and Matt. Mark and Elena are going to probably vote together. They're getting along well right now. We know also, Raven, I hate to say it, you're going to end up in there with Matt. I don't know. Cody, all of these people, they may seem like, will they vote for Paul? Or will they vote for whoever he decides to take into the final two with him if he makes it that far? Because let me tell you, whenever it gets to that point of the game, Paul is going to see the eye of the tiger. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get in the zone, and he's going to do whatever it takes. In the battle back against Cody, he was to a disadvantage because Cody had played the game. If you remember, Cody made it look easy. It was a different maze or whatever, but yeah. right now, is Christmas Joy going to do something drastic? She could. She has the power right now to backdoor someone big. And whenever I say that, I mean right now she could. Would she do it? Could she do it? I don't think between her, honestly, and Josh are going to really rock the boat that much. Because right now she's depending on Josh to win HOH next week. That's not going to happen. Okay, so HOH next week, if there are waves in the pool, you could have Paul actually gunning to win HOH. I don't see that happening. For some reason, I see people just going along with this plan. Christmas is not going to be able to compete tomorrow night, so we're going to have whoever's left in the house after they vote someone out tomorrow night, which is going to be that really hinges on power veto, and if the whole house is going to flip-flop into a different plan, which could include putting Kevin on the jury. I'm looking at, we're going to have a really pissed off Alex or a really pissed off Jason, one or the other, playing for HOH. And I don't necessarily see how they can put that fire out. But Paul, up until this point in the game, he's done a pretty good job of putting the fires out, but also making it look like, it was someone else's plan, and he's just going along with it. And since no one confirms that information with anyone else, and they're just basing this on trust, then guess what? That's playing Big Brother. The competition, I think they should do an endurance competition for the head of household. They just did the one that was the Ready, Set, Whoa. And this time, I think they need to do one that's endurance. That being said, Raven has half a chance. I don't see Josh winning an endurance right now. I hate to say it, but I don't see Christmas winning an endurance right now. It's going to be whoever. It's going to be Jason, Alex, or Paul, if Paul decides to step up. However, it could go... Paul could have a plan to keep someone else in the competition long enough to throw it to them if that happens to be an option. Depending on what HOH they play, we're getting down to, the last, the downhill side, and we know that it's a little bit boring on the live feeds. When I tuned in and they were playing the beanbag toss, and that was last night, and they were all getting along. So at this point in the game, you really just kind of got to play the cards that they're dealt to you. And hey, I don't know. At this point in the game, you could decide to just fucking go all out, because some people, that's really what you need to do. If you have any kind of chance in winning this game right now, and you're Josh, and you're Alex, or you're Kevin, now's the time that you need to step up and motherfucking, if you're going to step up to the bell, ring that motherfucker, because right now it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to show what you were made of. There's no more relaxing and just going along with the plan, because then you're going to end up, that's right, with your dick in your hand. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. It's all a matter of willpower at this point in the game. It's all a matter of who has more will and who can impress that will onto the other weak-willed people. The strongest-willed people in there are Jason, Christmas, Paul, period. Alex also. Okay, those four. Then we have Raven, Josh. Raven and Josh, they seem, I hate to say it, but like they're going to kind of go with the flow and do whatever they're told. That's just my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I do. You hear me? I'm saying. So what do you think? I would encourage you to send us an email. RadioRobcast@gmail.com. 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 That is where you are welcome to send Send us an email, send us a shout out. Let us know what your views and your opinions